All right, I'm going to do a quick update. We are walking to get our car rental to get the hell out of Oslo. We spent 2 days here, which was pretty fun, but now on to the real adventure, which is going to be Flam. So yeah, it'll be exciting.
We've almost killed 3 pedestrians.
3?
Yes, 3.
And got hit by
1.
2 trucks.
And we almost turned into oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
But I
you
didn't.
swerved out of the way, so it's good.
Aborted. Going straight?
So you can't-
It's going straight.
Okay.
Weird, so you can't go left.
You can, it doesn't want us.
We're at this very secluded lake on our road trip through Norway, off to Bergen, or no, sorry, from Oslo to Flam. But here, take a look.
Chose this.
about to go across a rope bridge, and it's gonna be fucking crazy. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is fucking crazy! Oh my god! Holy shit! This is so good! Oh my god! Oh, that was so great!
Man.
Oh my god! Ah! We're in Borgen, about to check out the Stav Church. Stavkirke. We're about to enter a 24.5 kilometer tunnel.
And we're going 40.
Oh my god.
Hold your breath,
Hold your breath, everybody. Except for Brienne. So we got a ways. No mood lighting yet. Still waiting for our second wind here. Hey, we're gonna go under like a lake.
Yeah, no, we're going under a little lake.
Crazy.
We've already gone under a couple of rivers.
I don't know if you can see that, but we're gonna go under a lake. So we'll check back in soon.
Several song-filled hours later.
So we have more mood lighting coming up.
How do we know this isn't just the first one again? How do we know we're not just in here forever, man? It's like the Twilight Zone.
I don't think we actually moved. I think it's just the outside.
Oh yeah.
It's like the Truman Show.
We're in some sort of stationary orbit and the world is moving underneath us?
Yeah.
Several bad puns later.
We finally made it to the end, the last kilometer. You can see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Oh, it's so close. Man, I feel like I just made up for a lot of lost time not going through tunnels.
called the cockpit. And inside the cockpit, we also have something. So if you take a look inside, you can put something on the sides of the cockpit. Yeah, wires, and then we
Pedals.
have pedals. That's true.
You ready for that?
No. Wait, where are we going? We're not going yet. Stop.
I know, I just didn't want to hit. I didn't want to hit anybody. Jeez. Whoa, where are you going? Go right. Jeez, we're not skiing. Are we going back to the dock?
How's it going here?
We're doing good.
So you're traveling as one group with the
Yes.
David and
Kim.
Kim. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So you group of friends or?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Group of friends.
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, we drive to Bergen.
okay. Oh, you have a car here.
Yes.
Nice, and then rudder up. So the another toggle. Yes, perfect.
What's up? So these are burial mounds for the Vikings. There's 7 of them here. That's one back there with all the stones.
There's 2 more here.
Oh.
And there's one over there.
Oh yeah. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
You know, I want to tell you it's not as bad as you think. But it's so much worse.
Oh, this is so bad.
What is so bad? What have we done? Oh. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh, it's so cold.
It's recording. This is as much as I'm going in. There's varying degrees of smart. Your hair looks fantastic.
Fine.
Voila. Yeah. Look at oh. Lock. Oh. Thank you for getting my knee wet. Oh. Still filming. Yeah. It's still filming.
Does any one of you remember the name of this street? Was it just kayaking in the fjords or was there some?
Old King's Road.
Ah, okay, fast. That's true.
King's Road.
So maybe you have been wondering why it's called the Old King's Path. Maybe not. But this path over here, which we have been hiking, and which continues up in the mountains over there, it's called the Old King's Path. And this path used to be the main road between Bergen and Oslo back in time.
Oh, wow.
Believe me or not.
Wow.
Not.
Of course not.
And of course people usually they used sea for traveling, but this was the main road in land. And the reason why it's called the Old King's Path is that we used to have this man called King Sverre back in time. And he was actually born in Faroe Islands, and as he grew older, his mother told him that your father used to be the last king of Norway. And Sverre thought that, yeah, I want to be a king of Norway also. And Norway was divided into many kingdoms, so Sverre thought that he wants to unite them all, and he wants to be the king of Norway. And he actually started doing this, so he gathered a group of men, and they traveled all the way to Norway. And then they would start traveling from farm to farm, and ask everybody that, do you support me? And if they said no, then they would burn down the whole farm. So you can imagine that they got quite a lot of followers with this strategy quite quickly. And on their journey they ended up in Voss. I don't know if you have heard about this place.
We will be going there.
Okay, yeah. So it's around 1 hour drive from Flam, and it's on the other side of these mountains, a little bit further away. So they ended up in Voss, and there was this tough guy called Erling Skakke. And Skakke in Norwegian, it means crooked. So it was a nickname for him. So he had got a battle axe to his neck, and his neck was crooked like this. So this man, he didn't want to join Sverre, so they ended up battling together. And actually Sverre and his men, they lost the battle, and they needed to run away to the mountains. And they ended up somewhere around these mountains up there. And it was winter time, so they got caught in a huge snowstorm, and they were freezing cold. They couldn't see the path anymore. They ran out of water and food, so some of his men, they wanted to commit a suicide by jumping off the cliff because they didn't want to freeze to death. And of course Sverre didn't want that, and he was known to be a very good speaker. So that was the time when he stood up in front of his men and he held this motivational speech. And the story tells that as he was speaking, the sky would clear up and they would clearly see this path going down here. And then
guys arrived on motorcycles.
So then they would walk down here, not with the motorcycles back then, but they would go somewhere around where our kayaks are. And then Sverre would set a fire there, and then a farmer from the other side. I'm laughing to the motorcycles. Then a farmer from the other side of the fjord could come and save them from here. But this was not the only time as Sverre used this path, because later on he ended up in a sea battle further out in Sognefjord. So he continued his journey because he really wanted to be the king. And this was in 1177, as they had this sea battle in a place called Fimreite. And it was between Sverre and Magnus Erlingsson, who was actually the son of Erling Skakke. So they were great enemies, and they both had fleet of ships. And as they had the sea battle, it was really hard to know who was winning and who was losing. So Sverre's men thought that at least we need to save our leader. So they took a rowing boat, and they knew this path over here. So they rowed all the way to this path, and they walked to Bergen after that. And in Bergen they found out that Magnus Erlingsson had drowned during the battle. So that was the time when Sverre became a king.
What?
And probably you have even been on this path before, because some of it follows the same road as the car road nowadays, and also some of it is under the railway and so.
Our friends are coming to say goodbye. Goodbye. All right, that's good. Oh no, that's not an otter, it's a log.
And the Viking Age, it got started in 793, but not here in Norway, but it started in England actually, in a small island called Lindisfarne. I don't know if you have heard about this place. No. So Lindisfarne, it's a small island in northeast coast of England, and it was also called the Holy Island because there was a monastery where the monks were living in. And the story tells that in 793, on one foggy afternoon of November, the monks could see some dragon heads approaching from the sea. Of course, they got super scared. Wow, dragons! This must be the world's end. They should be only in fairy tales. But as the dragons came closer, they could see that actually they are ships. So I don't know if you have seen the Viking ships before, but they have these dragon heads on the bow. So they were just ships, and monks were relieved. Oof, not dragons. But the relief didn't last very long, because when the Vikings landed in Lindisfarne, they would kill everybody on the island. So only 2 or 3 of them, they spared their lives, because they wanted them to spread the fear and the word about the Vikings. So probably that's how we also know about the Vikings today. And then some of you might know that these fjords, they were formed during the last ice age. So we used to have huge glaciers covering all of Scandinavia, and the glacier was 2 to 3 kilometers thick. So you can imagine 2 to 3 times higher than these mountains next to us. So the pressure towards the land, it was really huge. And as the glacier started melting, they would gather some sand and rocks underneath, and it worked like sandpaper. So as they were melting, they would carve these huge U-shaped valleys on the way. And as the glaciers retreated to the ocean, then the ocean water would come in and then fill in these valleys. So that's how we can paddle here right now. Actually, my Norwegian friends, they don't believe this story at all. So they are telling a story about a troll. And so back in time, there was a troll called Raglefant, and he was living at the North Sea. And when he saw this land, he thought that I want to own this land. And he walked here. He was as big as these mountains next to us, so it didn't take quite a long time for him to walk here. And when he came here, he met another troll called Tusselad. And Raglefant and Tusselad, they started fighting together. And during the fight, Raglefant would knock Tusselad unconscious, and then he would drag him, roll him around in the air, and then throw him to the North Sea. So actually, this part right here is the butt mark where he landed. So you can choose which story to believe.
The troll story for me.
Obviously, we reject science.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, there's proof of this story. If I steer us a little bit around, if you take a look on the right-hand side, you might see this peak of a mountain there. So Raglefant, he also left Tusselad in here. So this is his nose over there, as you can see.
See, that's all the proof I need. I don't need to know anything else.
Science and facts. I'm an American. No. What happened?
There's a bully in the water. I think he's the troll. The old bull technique. Holy crap. That was a tip.
That was you.
That was a tip. Yeah. I mean, we're trying.
Perfect. Wow, this is really good.